Hi all, good morning. Today I'm going to be painting our next color in our Swatch and Scape series, which is the Transparent Red Oxide. This is such a beautiful rusty brown. It's a lovely color, a lovely mixer. Daniel Smith website shares that it is a highly transparent burnt orange that loves to mingle with lamp black, settling in beneath it, mixing with it to create tones of cinnamon and tobacco. Fire seems to dance on the walls as its peach undertones nestle in with the black. Incredibly warm and non-staining, you can create stunning effects. Glaze it over the French ochre for a warm fireside glow, or layer it over itself for a rich and glowing red ochre that has no equal. So it is Pigment Red number 101. It's an excellent light fastness, completely transparent, non-staining, and granulating. During this Swatch and Scape series, I go through each color of my 18 colors that I chose for my dot card. I share some of my favorite mixes, and then I do a scape. And so today, we'll be doing a fall-inspired treescape. I thought this was really beautiful, and since they talked a little bit about black, I don't have lamp black on my palette, so I'll be using something else. I thought this would be a really neat effect to try in a quick little study. So stay tuned towards the end and we'll do our scape, but first we're gonna start off with our swatching. So I'm gonna be using a number 4 max round and 1/2 inch. This is the KINGART Finesse series. So 1/2 inch angle shader and number 4 max round. Share some favorite colors. First I'm going to show you the color in its full strength, and you can see how just gorgeous it is. And then I will add water and take it down to a lighter value. So this is one of the colors that you can get a complete value change. And if you took it straight from the tube, you could even get it darker. See that? This is one of the colors that gives you a full value range and stays just lovely all the way to its most watered down. And I'll take it even one step lighter. See that? So this would be a fun color to use in skin tones as well, because you get such a nice range. So right off the bat, I'm going to show you a fun color to mix with it, and that would be the Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray and the Transparent Red. can continue with this very dark theme. See this? It's almost like a Van Dyke brown, but you can even get darker. See that? So when you use the Payne's Gray, which has got a crazy granulation, with the Transparent Red Oxide that also has a crazy granulation, you can get a really fun color. Fun because it has some neat color play between the Payne's Gray and the Transparent Red Oxide. Like the Payne's Gray just wants to spread like a cat's tail or a raccoon's back. See that? So when you mix it with the Transparent Red Oxide, you have an exciting color, and so I really liked that range there for these dark bits. Transparent Red Oxide is also a great friend to make greens with. So you take a little Prussian green and you can get a nice range of color. Add a little bit more Prussian green and you can see how you can get that autumn shift right into the olive. So you have your darker green, then you have your more olive green. If you take your Transparent Red Oxide and you mix it with Hansa Yellow Light or Hansa Yellow Medium or Hansa Yellow Deep, you can get a really pretty ochre color. Look at that. And watered out, it's quite a beautiful ochre, and it will have some interesting granulation as well. So that takes us up into our golden hues. What about some unexpected colors? If you take the Transparent Red Oxide, ooh, that's a lot, and you mix it with the Quinacridone Red, so the Quinacridone Red, remember, is a pinky color, right? So you mix the granulating Transparent Red Oxide with the pinky non-granulating Transparent Quinacridone Red, and you get this incredible color. Look at that. I'm going to water it down so you can see what it looks like a little bit watered down. There you go. Look at that. That could give you a little blush for some cheeks, huh? And then one more that I want. So look at, I have my red, I have my gold, I have my range of greens, I have a beautiful range of darks and a beautiful range just in the color itself. One more color would be to take a little bit of French ultramarine, drop of water in there. Your French ultramarine by itself, as you guys know, is a stunner, right? It is this gorgeous, gorgeous glowing color. So then if you add a touch of the Transparent Red Oxide, look at it, just deepened it, didn't it? Add a touch more. Oh my goodness. Hello, denim jeans. Beautiful. So, before I forget my color mixes, I'm going to really quick write them down. So this was just the pure Transparent Red Oxide. Here it is with its best friend, the Payne's Gray, your Prussian green, your Hansa Yellow Light, your Quinacridone Red, and your French Ultra. What an exciting palette. What an exciting color world. Wow, that's so pretty. So really quick, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Did any of these mixes surprise you, and which one was your favorite? Let me hold it up close. Look at this neat little section right here. So even in its completely watered down form, it still holds its color, which is really cool. And then the Payne's Gray, the Prussian Green, the Transparent Red Oxide, these colors, because they're granulating and because some of them want to flow out and some of them want to pull in, you're going to get some neat granulation effects. Very, very pretty. So the first thing I notice is this little white line right here. So I'm just going to take, let's see, just going to have a little dividing line. There we go. That's all I'm going to do as far as drawing, just that little divider line. Scoot this a little bit over. There we go. And I'm just going to work from the top to the bottom. I'm going to scoot this guy over. There we go. And I'm going to take this little brush here and I'm going to just work with those colors we mixed up. In this background area, I'm just going to go ahead and work some of these colors in here and there. There's some gray mixed in and letting it just soften down. See the gray? Maybe I can even scoot this over so you guys can see the reference photo while I paint. Let's see, there we go. So see the gray? Pretty cool. Keep on just looking for which colors are which. What do I see in there? See some different colors. Let's go ahead and put those other colors in. You could always mix up some more, some Prussian green and a little bit of the Transparent Red Oxide. Gives me some nice variations. And when I see another color come up, I can switch. And because I'm doing this all at once, we're going to get some beautiful blendies. Some beautiful blends. A little bit of Transparent Red Oxide. We'll get some. Let's see some over here. Just continuing to move around so that way I don't miss. I don't miss that beautiful blended look of all these beautiful colors. This was the Hansa Yellow Light and a little bit of Transparent Red Oxide to get a gold. A little bit of contamination there. Not too worried about it though. And then I'm going to go in with some of this dark color now and start bringing that in. Just a little bit here and there. This was more of a lighter color right here. Bring that in. Put the darker. Actually start getting some actual trees in here. I'm going to go into that dark, dark color that we made with the Payne's Gray and the Transparent Red Oxide. Dark, 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 right? And I'm going to put in some of those tree lines. See those white trees in there? Just a couple. But to get that dark in there, why not, right? And while that's still drying, I'm going to put, oops, wrong, some transparent red oxide and some of that Prussian green. Get a nice thick mix, and I'm going to put in now a couple of proper trees. Since they're a little bit thicker, they're bound to show up a little bit more and be more in the foreground. So there's some that are going to be off in the distance, and then I'm just going to do a little couple peeking out here and there. So that way it says forest, you know, because sometimes it'll just blend and blend and blend and then kind of be like, what was it? Is it a, you know, what is it? So we want it to say forest, so we'll just put a couple of trees in the foreground. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Look at that. Just pretty. It's going to dry lighter. I have a dark value. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this color, that denim color. I'm going to water it down to get this chatter here. There we go. I wanted it was a little bit too wet. Do yours a little bit drier. And then I'm going to take the dark color and I'm going to pull just a couple lines. I'm going to do it again. So the French ultramarine, but I'm making it thicker with the transparent red oxide because I need a couple of harder lines. There we go. To suggest that chatter right there. I don't have to have it. I want to have it. There we go. And then immediately I'm going to go into maybe this glow color. There we go. And then come into some of the red. Right? And I'm just going to pull these colors down and keep them in a blend. I'm going to use the dark color to bring in the shadows in just a second, but I want to make sure I have this gold, a little bit of green here and there. There we go. And then I'm going to use this dark Payne's gray with the transparent red oxide. Real dark, and I'm gonna pull it from the sides there. There we go. See, I'm pulling it from the sides, and then I'm gonna take just a couple, pull it down. Just those couple. Make sure I get that line back there. There we go. I want to have a little bit more of that golden glow so I get that pansy yellow light and red there. I'm going to pull a couple of those down too. Go. Maybe just one more punch of that red color too. A couple spots. There we go. I'm going to dry it. And then I'm going to show you the magic. I think I've shared these brushes with you guys before, but if I haven't, I hope you like them. I'll show you guys. Pull that off the sides so I don't pull it into the painting. They're called the Raphael Textura brushes. Here's a 20 and here's a 50. So this is a 2-inch and this is a 3/4 inch. Like, see how my line, oops, right there, like say you lost that line and you wanted it just a little bit more pronounced, just have your tissue ready, get the brush wet, and then just dip it and try and stay, you know, flat across there, and bring a little bit of that back in. And then do a quick dry. And then grab, where did it go? Grab that straight edge, grab that color, and you could get those lines to be just a little bit better. There we go. There we go. I just wanted it to stand out just a little bit more. A couple places, blend it if it's not, you know, if it's a little bit too contrived. Okay. The other thing is you can take the bigger one. I'm just going to do it quick just to, so I got it wet and then I'm dabbing it, all the excess moisture off, and I'm just going to do a couple drags. There we go. A couple drags. And to get this to blur out just a little bit more for the effect. And dry it. What did you think of our cute little autumn scape? And what do you think? The tape's so noisy. What do you think of this beautiful transparent red oxide and all the beautiful mixes? It has such an excellent tinting strength, so it's a nice strong color, and it holds its value even in its watered out. See how that color, the dry shift, it wasn't that strong, big of a shift. It pretty much dried the way that it went down on the paper. Mixed with yellows, it makes some beautiful flesh tints, but even in its watered down version and mixing with Payne's Gray, we can get some beautiful colors. You can get warm blacks or warm dark value colors. When you mix it with green or blue or red or yellow, it's just a really friendly, fun color to explore. Let's do our stamp. Date on there. So here is our swatch and scape for transparent red oxide, and a neat way to do a quick little water scene, autumn water scene. Which color was your favorite? The French ultramarine, quinacridone red, Hands Yellow Light, Prussian Green, or Payne's Gray. This was our study of Verasiana Light. Actually did two, same scene. And this was the Phthalo Blue Red shade, Phthalo Turquoise, Quinacridone Magenta, Quinacridone Red, Quinacridone Sienna, and Hansa Yellow Light. I hope you're enjoying this series. To leave me, to like this video and leave me a comment. And our next color that we will study will be Enviro-Friendly Brown Iron Oxide, which is a stunner. Thank you everybody for watching, and happy swatching.